Hey guys, this is Chris with Ugly.Teacher.Hiking. Most of you already know who've been following the channel for a bit. I'm always looking for the best way to make coffee, best way to do backcountry cooking, camping, different items, and I'm always searching for the next best neck knife. We all know that the big knives work awesome, but a neck knife is always easy to carry. So today we got the true micro utility knife. Got it at Duluth Trading the other day, it was finally on sale. They sell it on Amazon. Check this out. I think you're going to get a kick out of this one. All right, so I picked this up the other day from Duluth Trading. It's the true micro utility knife, multi-position sheath, easy to conceal. Let's see the specs. Right here it says 8CR13 MOV steel. For me, I really don't care the steel as long as it can kind of retain an edge and it just does what I need to do, cut stuff. G10 handle, almost always G10 always feels plasticky to me, but that's what most knives handles are made out of. I like a textured handle, but yeah, it's all good. So here, as you can see here, the original price was $26.95. I got it at 25% off at Duluth Trading, and I know I've seen it in Amazon a lot cheaper, like $22-ish. So, but this is the true price from Duluth Trading, $26.95. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this bad boy up in a moment. Before we do that, we can use this stand I have here to compare it to some of my other neck knives. Here's my CRKT Minimalist. This is the one I like to use. Now, some of the things I like about this: blade is fairly sharp, handle very easy to hold. The rat tail, you wouldn't think it would make a difference, but I have bigger hands, so yes, it does, because you can feel it gripping in the back here. The only issue I had with this, or a real big issue, was not a 90-degree angle. So I took a filing stone or a knife sharpener, just filed this down. Really, not much. And now it has a 90-degree angle, and I can use a ferro rod with it. Not that I would use that often, but I would use it. Now that's just some of the knife comparisons. This is another CRKT knife, minimalist. The one I don't like about this, the sheath is horrible. Good knife, but the sheath is just, you can't wear this around your neck because this will definitely fall out on you. Now I know you can kind of melt this in, push it in, but with this one, I enjoy this one. It's perfectly everything I need, so I haven't messed around with that. And of course, you guys remember this one. We did a whole video on putting the shrink wrap on there. Great little knife. Handle, still not the biggest fan of the handle. And let me address one thing. This shrink wrap I got was for boating material, so it has some kind of extra stuff on the inside. So when it melted, it made an airtight seal. So I'm not worried about this rusting underneath. I know that was a concern with a couple people, and I had a couple people ask me that offline. But I'm just trying to show you guys some knives that you may be familiar with. This is my Garberg. I mean, the Garberg's just a beast of a knife. If you're going hiking, you don't want to carry a knife this big. If you're car camping, who cares? But you don't need a knife this big to go hiking. It weighs too much. All right, let's start looking at the stats and we'll get that started. All right, so here's the knife. From what we can see, the knife is here. It's got the G10 handles, the blade, the funky design. You got the sheath in the back, lanyard. I don't even know what they're called. A little compression thing to hold the lanyard so you don't lose off the back. To me, this is a great size knife. Most of the time I just needed to maybe cut food or opening packages or whatever. So let's open this up. How can we do this without cutting ourselves? I hate this shrink wrap stuff. It is so hard to get this. Okay, I think that might have. Okay, I think that might have been enough. Wow, this thing weighs nothing. Wow, okay. Let's see, is it sharp? It's very sharp. The edge, I don't know if it's 90-degree enough. Thing I hate, I mean, it's $20 knife, but it's still $20. Like, I can see a little imperfection in the blade right here, a chip. I mean, fresh out of the package. And truthfully, won't even notice it once I start using it. But whether I pay $5 or $200, I want it to be perfect out of the packaging. Well, it's all right. It's only a little blemish. We can get over it for now, I guess. Let's look at the comparison here. Blade size is a little smaller. Handle, a lot smaller. I don't know, you can't really judge it until you start using it. Remember, this is initial unboxing. This may be the best knife ever. It's kind of cool. All right, let's get the rest of this out. Can we do it without? Okay, maybe we can do it this way. Oh. Oh, maybe we didn't need to cut all that. I don't know, packaging is just, oh, what else do they got in here? True micro utility knife. Oh, they give you instructions. That's nice. Tell you the different ways you can wear it. Interesting. My whole thing is I want to wear it as a neck knife, but if it's good enough, I may put it on the shoulder strap of my HMG pack. Now, before I start weighing and getting the dimensions for it, I wanted to check out the sheath. It's a cool little sheath. Will is the operative word here. Let's see. One of the complaints I saw on Amazon with this is it does not, this knife has a tendency of not staying in the sheath itself. Oh. Okay, well, that's definitely the truth. Ooh, that does not stand there at all. Yeah, that comes out way too easy. I could not wear this around my neck. A cool little knife, but what's the point if you can't wear it? There's very little play in it. That stinks. Well, the good thing about these types of knives, we can find a way to make it work. $20, it's not worth the gas to return it, but we can think about that because that's a big thing for me. Yeah, just a little jiggle. Oof, that's a big fail for me. All right, let's start off by just weighing the knife itself. 1.5 ounces, 1.5 ounces. And let's weigh the sheath by itself. 0.8 ounces, 0.8 ounces. Let's weigh them together. 2.3 ounces, 2.3. We'll throw the lanyard in there and the little retaining piece. So we're at 2.6 ounces, 2.6 ounces. It's a nice weight for a knife. It's small. Let's see what this one weighs, my CRKT Minimalist. 1.6 ounces, 1.6 ounces. That one's 1.5. Oof. All right, let's do some measuring. All right, so let's measure this out. Let's do length. So that's 3.72 inches or 94.7 millimeters. I'm having a tough time with the light today, huh? The blade itself, because I'm really surprised they don't have dimensions on the packaging. It's a flat blade, so it's a 39.5 millimeters or 1.55 inches, 1.55 inches. And with this sheath, I don't know. I'm very disappointed in this. The issue I have right now is this is a sharp knife. It's a very nicely sharp knife, flat blade. It's all right, but the sheath itself is almost unusable. So if anyone has an idea how we can modify it to fix it, because it falls out way too easy. And I am surprised this company didn't check it before they sent it out. Because it almost looks like this should be back here when we get it in there, but it doesn't want to go in all the way. Because if it goes in like right to there, it's like this pinch right behind here, but it doesn't want to go in that far. That's sure craziness. Now if you really push it in there hard, it won't come out. Do you really want to have to? Oh, well, I felt that slide in. But it has that gap now. I don't know. It's like they almost made it's too tight. If they loosened it up a little. Okay, once it's in there, it's in there. Well, maybe it's a matter of just working it in. Well, let's go try using this bad boy. Alright guys, so this is what we got. We got some cheese and we got a little pepperoni in there. We're going to use the knife to cut that bad boy up. But first we're going to go through our bag. Truthfully, we're not going to put that up there. That's going to be our stove, the water, because you know we got to make some tea or coffee. Alright, let's organize this and get started. Alright, so today we're going to use our Brew Buddy. And we got the fire maple stuff in here. Let's see what we got. Hopefully I brought everything. I had grandiose plans. The weather doesn't look like it's going to hold out, so we got our fire maple. With this, we got our stove. I got an external Java filter, which we're going to use that with that. And I'm sure you guys can tell it's very windy out. And hopefully there's enough fuel in there. And of course I did not bring a windscreen. Gotta make sure that's off always. Okay, that's on there pretty good. Let's get this up. Now before we even begin, let's plop this on there. Now, something I found out playing with this after we did the dimensions and everything, you really got to put it in there really far. It creates a little gap, squeeze it, and it holds in really well. But it shouldn't be that much play when you're dealing with stuff like this. You shouldn't have to pinch and move it around. So maybe once you work it in, it will do a better job. But let's see if this works with our ferro rod. I don't know if it will. Nope. Matter of fact, it feels like it almost did. Well, kind of curled the edges a little. This may not be good for a ferro rod. What I'll do is I'll take like a file that down, see if we can get it to work. Let's try out where I got these ridges here. Alright, we got some. Alright, we got some out of it. I guess that's the leftover ferro rod on there. I don't see any real damage to the blade itself. Alright, well maybe that might work. I don't know. I don't like having to break in things like this, but maybe that's just the direction we have to go with that. So let's turn this bad boy on. So we're going to take this. That's enough water. The only thing I don't like about that, having to line everything up. Alright, we'll get that going. While we're doing that, I brought some charcuterie type stuff. Of course, I just spilled my whole canteen of water on me. Alright, so now that I'm a little dried off, let's kind of move things around. So we know we can use the ferro rod. Alright. It's not the best, but it will throw a spark in a pinch. So we got this. I don't know if you noticed, I have the fluorescent yellow paracord on here instead of the black paracord. I just got knots here. Only problem is it won't break away in case it gets snagged on something, but yeah, I've never had an issue with that yet. So, I got some Kobe pepper jack cheese and some pepperoni today. We're going to use this knife to cut everything up. Just going to do a couple of pieces. Let's start off with the pepperoni. Ooh. Okay, let's do it from this. Okay, cuts through it very easily. Very easily. I think the biggest problem is it's so dang short. I think that's the biggest problem with that. It's a little on the short side, but it's okay. See, it couldn't cut all the way through. Let's put that back in there. Put that there, that there, and of course, water is boiling. Let's kill that. That's from where I just spilled everything in it. Brew buddy. Then on top of that, we'll add an extra Java filter. Slow things down a little. And probably make things a little easier to clean at the end. Hopefully, maybe. Could be a pipe dream, but who knows. No, this is the first time I've seen this. My baby water bottle has a little chip. Okay, about half of it. I'll just pour the whole thing in there. Way too much coffee, but I'm not using it for anything else. We'll just go bad in my bag. Alright. Okay, let's put this off to the side while it cools down. Pour this in there. And we can leave that in there for a moment. All right, let's just give it a couple more dips. It's been about a couple minutes right now. That's why I like disposable filters. You don't have to worry about it. Even though this is nice where I could just take this up like this. Do that. I can see the color. It looks okay. Squeeze that. Put the lid on it. And let's snack and have final thoughts. What we got going on, we got a coffee, we got our pepper jack and pepperoni. Great combination, beautiful beach. Man, it's just, you can't beat the beach. Let's have a sip of this. All right. Now, let's talk about the knife itself. Where did I put it? All right, as you saw, we're cutting that. It cut really well. It cut really good. So I like the way it cuts. Blade's a little short, but that's what you get when you get a neck knife. The ferro rod worked on the back. Probably needs to get a little more filing down. And then let's get back to the main thing that I don't like about it. It's the retention. So you really got to fight with it to make it work. Would I buy it again? I don't know. Is it worth $20? I think it's worth $20. $26 maybe pushing it, but $20, yeah. It's a nice knife. And if we can get it to work where it stays in the sheath, it'll turn out to be a really good knife. Well, we'll have to give it a try. I'll hold on to it for a while. We'll revisit this soon and see how it worked out. And if you guys ask, just put in the comments what you want to know about it, or how long down the road you'd like to hear more about it. Please click like and subscribe. Remember, I do it so you don't have to. And, hopefully you guys are having a great weekend. And until next time. That Kobe Jack is really good. He makes it. Cabot Creamery. And I'm really a fan of Tillamook too. So, guys, till next time.